Gibson makes a throw over to Travis to retire the first batter for the Tornado. Up next, we'll see Michael Starr's batting lineup for the Tornado. We'll see Hyatt, Stars, and Evan lead things off. Hyatt grounding out to start his day 0 for 1. Michael Stars heading to the plate for his first AB of the day. Starts behind in the count 0-1 after a leadoff strike by Blake Cooper. Blake Cooper, the 5'11 junior left-hander out of Maryville, Tennessee. Heritage High School product by way of Walter State Community College as well, seeing his first game action for Carson-Newman in his career. Count now even at 1-1. Stars steps back in. This one on that lower portion of the strike zone, called for a strike. As Cooper works back ahead in the count. Stars steps back in. Stars went 1 for 3 in game 1 today. Had that RBI single for King's lone run of our starter. By the way, with the win, Carson-Newman moves to 12 straight wins now in their last 12 home openers. This one fouled back by Stars. Count stays at 2-2. Carson-Newman now 7-2 under Coach Griffin in those home opening games. And the team now moves to 27-4 in home openers since they joined Division II back in 1994. Carson-Newman moves to 1-0 on the year after taking the first game from King. And a swinging strike here. We'll have Castellana throwing over to Travis to record the second out of our inning. 2 outs for King as they'll send Chad Evans up to the plate. Evans hitless in game 1. Did reach by walk, though, late in his pinch hit appearance in that top of the 9th. Cooper's going to start him off with a strike here. Senior and Evans. Big cut here. That's going to be another strike for Cooper. Working ahead. Solid work out of Cooper so far. There is 2 batters' faces. Fanned 1. Now ahead on Evans, 0-2 in the count. And nearly a strike there from Cooper. Good pitch to miss on as that clips the outside part of the plate. And with 1-2 count on him, Evans will step back in with 2 outs for the Tornado. Cooper, the 1-2 pitch. This one driven high and foul. Travis will make his way over. That one's going to fall out of play, though. Nothing doing on that. Count stays at 1-2. Evans steps back in. And Cooper will return to the mound. Working out of the windup. Here's Cooper, the 1-2 delivery. Fanned him. Blew it right past him. And Cooper retires the side. 1-2-3 they go. And we'll head to the bottom of the first. Things still scoreless here early in game number 2.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The #1 source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is shopcneagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shopcneagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. Shopcneagles.com.
And we welcome you back to the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. Bottom of the first after Blake Cooper goes 1, 2, 3 in the top of the first, records 2 strikeouts, retiring the side and getting us to where we are now. Pitching for the King Tornado, we'll see Royal Philo in 22, made 8 appearances in 7 innings pitched. So not a great body, not a large body of work to pull from, but last year went 9 appearances, 0-2 record-wise, 11.05 ERA for Royal Philo. The junior right-hander out of Louisville, Kentucky, product of Knox West High School. Didn't even know Louisville, Tennessee was a city until I saw it on the roster. That's where Philo's from, though, and he'll get the start in Game 2 today for the Tornado. Due up for the Eagles, we'll see McLean, Miller, and Denton, similar to last game. McLean going 0 for 4 in Game 1. Had 2 strikeouts. Gave that first at-bat, the first deep foul fly ball he had, quite the ride, though, all the way back to the warning track, the first pitch he saw of that first game. He'll start off with a ball here, work ahead of 1-0 in the count. Philo returns to the bump. McLean, the senior, Walter State transfer. He'll drive this one back where it came from, and he'll have a leadoff single for the Eagles. Dalton McLean reaches after he takes that one up the middle for base hit number 1. Great piece of hitting there by McLean. Gets his first hit of the season. You really tell he needed it. Was frustrated after his performance last game. Good to see him get that base hit here early. Get things going for the Eagles. Runner on first for Carson-Newman, and we'll see Trey Miller step up to the plate. Senior shortstop for the Eagles. Great piece of that middle infield. Defensively also has a pretty good bat as well. That first game went 1 for 3. Had an RBI double to break that tie in Game 1. Also struck out once, got hit by another pitch. We'll get started 1-0 now. McLean with a healthy lead over at first. Philo's going to check him over at the corner. Uribe playing first base defensively here for the Tornado in Game 2. Was behind the plate in Game 1, I believe. A couple of other defensive changes. Valentine's in left, Goodwin's in center, and Connor Hyatt getting the start in right field for the Tornado. Levi Medford getting the start behind the dish for the Tornado. Redshirt sophomore out of Chillouee, Virginia. Or Canton, North Carolina, excuse me. 2-0 count here on Miller. Philo sets, working out of the stretch. McLean's going to take off after the ball gets past Medford, and he'll stand up into second. Not the easiest stolen base he'll have all year, if it is credited for it. It might be just a pass ball, but McLean ends up on second nonetheless. Be our first runner in scoring position of the day. A little confusion on the count here. It is 2-1. Miller gets the sign from the third base coach, steps back in. 2-1 count on the shortstop. McLean gets the lead at second. This one, good off-speed pitch. Going to hit the inside portion of the strike zone. Even up the count at 2-2. Trey Miller steps back in. So it will be a pass ball in that previous play. McLean advancing all the same. This one driven high by Miller. Going to be in foul territory. That one's going to fall past the visitor's dugout. Count stays at 2-2. Miller battling, staying alive in the count. The 2-2 from Philo, high and inside on Miller. Going to be a called ball. McLean leads off second base after getting that leadoff single for the Eagles. Right up the middle. Miller now settling in. Full count on the shortstop. Philo delivers. And he'll take this one. Good for a base on balls. Trey Miller will make his way over to first. Great at-bat there by the senior in Trey Miller. He and McLean start the Eagles off. Both on base now. Runners on first and second for the Eagles. Jake Denton will head to the plate. Jake Denton with a good piece of hitting in game number 1 as well for Carson-Newman. Had that solo homer. I believe it was the 6th inning. Maybe it might have been the 5th inning for Carson-Newman. He goes 1 for 2 in game number 1 with a solo homer. He'll start ahead in the count, 1-0 here. Runners at first and second for Carson-Newman. Healthy cut there by Denton, just on top of that one, though. And that'll even things up 1-1. Good piece of pitching there by Royal Philo. Getting Denton to chase low on that one. Working out of the stretches. Philo, he'll come set. Count even at 1 apiece. This one inside on Denton, going to get called for a ball. Now a 2-1 count. One count on Denton. The DH in game 2 today. Didn't like the look of that one. Laid off on it. Moves ahead in the count, 3-1. Runners at first and second. Had 5 home runs last year. Did Jake Denton. Already has 1 to his name in the 2024 season. Philo, the 3-1 pitch. This one going to be a called strike. Keep Denton in the box a little longer. Clip that inside part of the plate. Full count here, 3-2 against Denton. Miller at first, McLean the runner on second for the Eagles. And he'll drive this one right side, fielded by Huffman. He'll flip it over to Stars. 4-6-3 double play for the Tornado as they get outs 1 and 2 of the bottom of the first. Great job there by Huffman. Denton driving it up the middle. Huffman flipping into his counterpart Stars, and Stars getting the throw over to get Denton in time. McLean does advance, though. He'll make his way over to third, 90 feet closer to home plate. As Travis will step in for the Eagles. He'll sky this one off the bounce. This one finds Stars' glove. The throw going to be in time, and that will retire the Eagles in the bottom of the first. They get 2 runners on, unable to bring any of them across. Scoreless still, and we'll head into the top of the second when we return. As you continue to listen to Carson-Newman Baseball on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Well, the Eagles get 2 on in the bottom of the first, but a Denton ground out into a double play, and another ground out a play later is how we left off things. Eagles unable to bring any across in that bottom of the first. Say hello once again to Eagle pitcher Blake Cooper. Had those 2 strikeouts in the first inning. Just 12 pitches for him so far and his quick work retiring the side in the top of the first. Leading off for the Tornadoes, we'll see Uribe, Garcia, and Valentine to follow. Uribe 1 for 3 in game 1. Also got hit by pitch and struck out in that earlier game. Handling the first baseman duties of game 2. Was behind the plate in that first game. That pitch getting him headed in the count 2-1. This one also outside. Fastball got away from Cooper. Moving the count to 3-1. Working out of the windup. Here's Cooper, the 3-1. Nice pitch. Gets a chase from Uribe. That's going to move the count to 3-2. Still scoreless here. Top of the second. 1 hit for the Eagles, none for the Tornado. And it'll be a leadoff walk drawn from Uribe to get things going here in the second. Garcia walks up as the Tornado land their first runner on base in the game. Cooper's first walk surrendered. Garcia now up to the plate, the third baseman for King. Garcia 0 for 4 in that first game. Uribe gets the lead over at first. Garcia settles in, 1-0. Left a little bit low by Cooper. That's going to move the count to 2-0. Garcia jumps ahead in the count. Left a little bit outside. That one's going to move the count to 3-0. Garcia with the advantage. Cooper settles in, working out of the stretch. Runner on first. 3-0 delivery. Just barely missing high for the left-hander. And we'll have a little discussion between Castellana and Blake Cooper at the mound. Taking a look at some scores around Carson-Newman Athletics here today. Women's basketball and nationally ranked Catawba squaring off. 74-72 the score of that one. Catawba leading Carson-Newman by 2. 1:45 left to play in the fourth quarter of that one. Also bottom of fifth, softball trailing at Florida Southern. That score 3-0. And we'll continue to keep you updated as those games roll on throughout the course of today. Nick Valentine up to bat for the Tornadoes. 6'1" sophomore out of Norfolk, Virginia, seeing his first game action of the year. He'll get started with a ball and move ahead in the count. Cooper settles. This one left outside. We move the count to 2-0. Valentine jumps ahead. Garcia over at first. Uribe over at second. The 2 runners on base for the Tornado. 10 pitches for Blake Cooper within the inning. Still no outs. This one driven left side. That one's going to fall just foul. Just a few feet away from being a big play for King. Unable to get it fair, though, off the liner, off Valentine's bat. Fortunately for Carson-Newman, he'll step to the plate. 2-1 count. Cooper looking to get to work, fight back in the current count. Still no outs for the Eagles in the inning. The 2-1 pitch. Valentine skies this one foul. That's going to fall past the bleachers. That also even things up at 2-2. Two-two pitch. Cooper gets the sign, comes set. 2-2 delivery, bounce left to Gibson. Gibson fields it cleanly, steps on third, throws it over to Travis. Unable to get him on time. Also drew him off the bag, but it will be a put out at third, stopping the lead runner in Uribe. But Garcia will advance to second, and Valentine will advance to first on the fielder's choice. Gibson looking for the double play on that one. Just unable to get the throw over A in time and B on target. But the Eagles will get the first out of the inning. Things still scoreless here in the second. At the plate here is Medford, the catcher for King. This one's going to miss just outside the zone for ball one. Cooper falls behind early, the 1-0 count. 2 runners on for the Tornado. Pitch 2, low, and gets a swing out of Medford. Good for strike 1 in the count. Even things up at 1 apiece with 1 out here. Tornado still hitless on the day. The 2 runners, well, the runner on second, Uribe, reached by the walk. Garcia after reach on the 4-pitch walk, and then Valentine on the fielder's choice. That strike putting Cooper ahead, 2 straight strikes as Medford falls behind 1-2 in the count. Getting the start behind the dish today for the Tornado. Cooper doesn't get a chase out of that pitch outside, and that'll even things up to a piece here with 1 out. Garcia gets the lead over at second. Cooper comes set. The 2-2. And a check swing there by Medford. They'll check him, and the appeal will not prevail. 3-2 count it will be. They call it a ball on Medford. Spun around, just didn't get that bat head through the zone. It was going to be a close call either way for Medford. That'll fill things out. 3-2 count. He'll sky this one high into left field. Williams going to race back all the way back to the track and make a diving catch along the warning track. Believe he might have thought it was 2 outs. He flipped it up to McLean. They get it in. The runner from second moves to third, and Garcia. Valentine moves to second. But what a play in left field by Williams. Gives chase all the way back to the warning track. Lays out to grab it. Flips it up to McLean. Believe he thought it might have been 2 outs and they had just gotten out of the inning. But no harm, no foul. The runners advance, none score. Off the fly out by Medford. Huffman steps to the plate for the Tornado. He'll ground this one left side, fielded cleanly by Gibson. Throw over to first in time, and that will get the Eagles out of the inning unscathed. At the end of 1.5, Carson-Newman 0, King 0. We move to the bottom of 2 here on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Once again, we welcome you back to the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. Got a couple runners on, did the tornado in the top of the second, unable to do anything with him after Huffman grounds out over at third to get Carson-Newman out of the inning. Cooper comes out of it without a run added to his stat line. Royal Philo back out to pitch for the tornado, to start this second inning. Has faced 4 batters, thrown 16 pitches, surrendered 1 hit, 1 base on balls in his 1 inning of work. And we'll say hello to Nick Castellana for the first time today, the 5-spot batter for the Eagles here today. It's Castellana, Williams, and Nathan, the 3 up for the Eagles to start this bottom of the second. A righty-heavy lineup here against the right-handed Philo. All but 1 batter in the starting lineup batting right-handed here today, as Philo sends that one outside for ball 1. Castellana 0 for 2 in game 1 earlier today. Had 2 walks, though, 1 strikeout under his belt in that first game. Castellana had 2-0 in the count. Philo comes set. 2-0 delivery. This one's skied high. It's going to be shallow in the infield. Huffman camps under it. Has an acrobatic dive late to retire the first batter for the Eagles as Castellana heads back to the dugout. That'll give way to Spencer Williams. Williams 2 for 3 earlier today. The only player on both teams actually able to get 2 hits. Had the RBI double. He'll foul the first pitch of his at-bat. Back into the foul netting. The .262 hitter from a year ago. Saw 61 at-bats in last year's action. He'll start behind 0-1 here. Even things up at 1-1 after he watches pitch 2 bounce in the dirt. And with 1 out, he'll step back in. Count even at 1-1. 59 degrees and sunny here at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. Perfect day for some baseball and a perfect day for Spencer Williams to get a hit in the 6th spot. He'll get a single with 1 out, move over to first. Now give way to Cole Nathan as he sent that one right back where it came from. All the way to center field. Goodwin gets it in. And to the plate will step Cole Nathan. 6-foot righty, utility player out of Knoxville, Tennessee, Webb School product. Pitch 1 will miss high for a ball as Nathan starts ahead in the count. Philo will toe the rubber. Behind 1-0 in the count. Williams gets a small lead over there at first. Big swing here by Nathan. Grounds it up the middle. Stars has trouble with it, and that's going to be a bobble. That's going to advance Williams. Nathan will get on due to the error. And Williams, Nathan, the 2 Eagles on base after the leadoff pop out by Castellana. And with 1 out, we'll see the first action for Ryan Potts, senior outfielder out of Dandridge, Tennessee, Jefferson County High School product, a local kid, seeing his first game action here today. The throwback from Medford are going to be high and late, trying to catch Williams. You got a sizable lead sizable secondary lead. And Potts will step back in. Head 1-0 after the first one missed outside. Potts is going to line this one left side over to Garcia. Garcia's going to get him away. Was looking to get Williams sliding back to second, but reconsidered. Ate it instead. Didn't get the throw off, but he will record the second out of the inning. In steps the 9 spot. Aiden Gibson, sophomore infielder. Gibson went 0 for 4 in our first game here today. Philo starts him off with a breaking ball low. Good for a strike on that bottom part of the strike zone. And Gibson will start behind 0-1. Gibson, the third baseman for the Eagles, both games here today. Man in the hot corner. Pitch 2, going to clip the zone for a strike as well. And it's a quick 0-2 deficit for Gibson as he steps back in. No balls to 2 strikes. Philo sets out of the stretch. This one high and out of the zone. Looking to change Gibson's eye level. Facing a 1-2 count. Gibson will step back in. Nathan over at first. Williams at second after the error earlier this inning. The 1-2 pitch outside. Gibson looks at it. And that'll even things up 2-2 here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Philo sets. The 2-2 pitch. Driven foul off the bat of Gibson. He'll stay alive. Good piece of hitting in his current at-bat. Carson-Newman 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position here today. They're 0 for 1 with 2 outs. 2-7 overall. They'll dribble this one left side to Garcia. Garcia tries to get the tag on Williams, and they say he's out of the baseline. So King will escape with no runs given out. Carson-Newman gets 2 on, unable to do anything with him, and we'll head to the third inning. Carson-Newman and King still tied scoreless here at 0. And to the third we will go here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeingEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeingEagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Hello and welcome back here at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. Starting inning number 3 of work will be Blake Cooper, left-hander on the mound for the Eagles. 2 innings of work for him so far, 2 walks distributed, and those 2 punch-outs in the first inning. He'll start Goodwin out with a strike here, start him behind 0-1 in the count. 9-1-2 batters up for the Tornado. It's Goodwin, Hyde, and Stars. This one just barely missing. Will fall for a ball. Even things up 1-1. Goodwin came in as a pinch runner earlier in game number 1. This one missing inside on him. 2 straight balls will move Goodwin ahead in the count 2-1. King still looking for their first base hit of the day. Breaking ball, going to find the heart of the strike zone. Great pitch there by Blake Cooper on the 2-1 count. That'll tie things up at 2-2. Take a slight pause here, get back to the action. The drive, this one back up to Cooper, fielding the position. He'll lob it over to first, and he will retire the leadoff batter. That's the way to field your position. Blake Cooper flashing the leather up there on the rubber. Goodwin grounds out to start the inning. And we'll head to the top of the batting order for King. Connor Hyatt, 0 for 1 here today, grounded out to third base in his first plate appearance. King batters 0 for 7 on the day so far, facing Cooper. Pitch 2 gonna even the count at one apiece. Justin Hill behind home plate, the umpire for today. Andy Glenn making the switch out into the field for game number 2. Great pitch there by Cooper. Has Hyatt behind 1-2 in the count. Hyatt, the .294 batter from a year ago. Cooper with the windup. Hyatt skies this one, shallow right field. Nathan gives chase. He'll put him away for out number 2 in the inning. Two outs here in the top of the third. Things still scoreless between the two teams. Hyatt popping out for the second out of the inning for the Tornado. Pitch 1 finishes inside, out for a ball. As Stars starts ahead 0-1 in the count. Stars 0 for 1 on the day, struck out earlier in the first inning. He'll line this one into center field. McLean goes back, and that one gonna go over the fence here in center field. Great hit there by Stars. Gets the homer. Batting in the 2 spot here is Michael Stars. He'll round the bases and touch home for our first run of the ball game. There was no chance for McLean to get to that one off the bat. On an absolute line, that finishes over the fence in right center field. That'll give way to Chad Evans. 0 for 1 today is Chad Evans. Struck out back in the first inning. He'll be up with 2 outs here. Cooper's first misses outside on the breaking ball. Solo home run of Stars, making it a 1-0 ball game. That one's going to clip the plate. It called for a strike, even things out. 1 ball, 1 strike here with 2 outs. Evans steps back in. Dribble this one foul. Cooper going to return to the bump. That homer by Stars, the first King hit of the ball game as well. King batter's currently 1 for 9 on the day here in game number 2. That pitch missing outside by Cooper. Gonna round things out at 2-2. Here with 2 outs for the lefty. Working out of the windup, the 2-2 pitch. He'll get a swing and a miss. And fan his third batter of the ball game. So Cooper surrenders a solo homer. But that's about it, as King will take the lead in the top of the third. To the bottom of 3 we go. Due up for the Eagles, we'll see McLean, Miller, and Denton. That's next on the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
Hey everyone, and welcome back. Midway through the third inning, King jumps out to a 1-0 lead after a Stars homer to center field in the top of the third. And at the bottom of the third, we'll see the top of the lineup. Up for the Carson-Newman Eagles, Dalton McClain set to lead things off 1 for 1 here today after singling into center field his first AB. His first of the season in that first at-bat. Royal Philo returns to the mound, pitching for the Tornado. 2 innings of work for him so far. Has surrendered 2 hits, giving out 1 walk in his 9 batters faced. This one to McClain low and outside, gonna fall for ball 2 as McClain jumps ahead 2-0 in the count. That homer by Stars, the lone King hit on the day, but it's enough to give him a 1-0 lead here early. No outs here, bottom of the third. McClain steps up, 2-0 count, make it a 3-0 count after the third pitch misses high and outside. McClain with 29 bases on balls last season. And he'll get another one here, his first of the season. He'll reach first safely after the 4-pitch walk to lead things off. That'll give way to the shortstop and Trey Miller. Trey Miller, the senior, had that RBI double in game 1. So far today, has reached via the walk in that first inning. McClain with 12 stolen bases a season ago. He's over at first. He has a healthy lead. Held on by Uribe. Philo comes set, working out of the stretch now. Slide step, Miller squares to bunt and reconsiders after that one comes high. 1-0 count now. Miller finds himself ahead. Again, talked about the efficiency last season of Trey Miller, the nation leader in sack bunts. Or I believe that was Will Gibbs. Did get those two confused. Anyway, Miller a year ago, 300 average hitter, 4 home runs as well. Also 10 stolen bases. So 22 combined stolen bases for the 1 and 2 spot for Carson-Newman here in game number 2. This one missing for the 3rd straight ball. Miller jumps ahead 3-0 in the count. He'll step back in. McClain gets a lead over on first. Philo comes set. And this one will nearly hit Miller. They'll call him for a strike. And he was about 10 feet down the first baseline before having to turn back and return to the box. Show you the replay here. This one missing way inside, apparently just clipping the plate as he was squaring around to bunt. First strike thrown for Philo this inning. He'll get this down the first baseline. Philo will grab it, toss it over to first, and Uribe will catch it cleanly for the first out of the inning. It will advance Dalton McClain over to second base, though. What could have been another 4-pitch walk ends up in just a sac bunt to advance the runner after he does get a strike called on him late in the count. That'll give way to James Denton. Designated hitter this afternoon for the Eagles. Senior had that solo shot in game 1 today. 5 homers from a year ago. McLean, the runner at second for the Eagles, here with 1 out. First ball misses low and inside, and Denton will jump ahead in the count. 0 for 1 here today after grounding out into a 4-6-3 double play back in the first inning in which the Eagles had 2 runners on, unable to come away with any runs. He'll drive this one into right center field. That might go for a run. Denton will turn first. McLean makes his way over to home, and it will be an RBI single for James Denton, his second of the day, as he drives in McLean from second base. Solid base running there by McLean, and a great piece of hitting there by Denton. So after the RBI single by Denton, we'll see Harrison Travis return to the plate once again. Travis coming back to the lineup after missing last season that labrum injury. Pitch 1 getting called for a strike here on Travis. 0 for 1 today is Travis with a ground out to second base earlier in the first inning. Denton over at first. He's got a stolen base in today's game. It's pitched by Philo, driven left side by Travis. Fielded by Garcia, the double play, unable to be completed. Chasing it down is Medford, though. He'll throw over to second. Denton able to get into second cleanly. And that will be the inning for the Eagles. I'm not sure if they called Travis out of the baseline or not. They say it was interference. Either way, we'll head to the 4th inning. Due up for the Tornado, we'll see Uribe, Garcia, and Valentine. That's next as you continue to listen to Carson-Newman Baseball on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Eagles get a run in the bottom of the 3rd thanks to a James Denton RBI single. And then afterwards, the verdict is that it was runner's interference on that slide at second base. So it's a 5-6-3 double play that gets the Carson-Newman Eagles out of that 3rd inning. To the top of the 4th we now head. At the plate here is Uribe. He'll get hit by that first pitch. Make his way over to first base. Score now even at 1 apiece. Carson-Newman 1 run on 3 hits. Tornado 1 run on 1 hit. Also an error in this ball game. Uribe will make his way over to first base. Second time getting either hit by a pitch or walked here today. That'll make way for Misael Garcia stepping in for the Tornado. Left-hander Cooper will pick over there at first. Nothing doing. We'll return to the bump. Great work from Cooper so far here today. 3 innings pitched. Has to render that 1 earned run. And Garcia drives this one deep into left field. This one McLean gives chase, and he'll get it eventually. What a play by McLean. Running all the way back near the warning track to make that grab. High drive by Garcia to the deepest part of the ballpark. But McLean able to retire Garcia. In steps Mr. Valentine. Valentine 0 for 1 on the day. Fielder's choice back in the second as he steps in. 0-0 count. Healthy cut on pitch 1 will be a swinging strike. Uribe, the runner over at first for the Tornado. Valentine will settle back in. Cooper Reddy's on the mound. 0-1 delivery, driven high into right field. Potts runs back, all the way back, and he will eventually take care of it, catching that one a few feet away from the fence. Uribe had a close eye on that one. He was nearly touching second base, looking to tag up. But Potts making the grab. Deep right field will be the second out of this fourth inning. So with 2 outs, that'll give way to the catcher, Medford, for the Tornado. 0 for 1 here today. Flew out to left field in his first plate appearance back in the second inning. Take a big swing on pitch 1, good for a swinging strike as Blake Cooper starts out ahead in the count. This is the 16th batter that Cooper has faced here today. Pitch 2 just missing outside. Good place to miss if you're Cooper. That'll even things up 1-1 with 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Uribe, the runner over at first. Quick pick by Cooper, unable to grab him. He'll head back to the mound. Looking to continue his work here in this fourth inning of play. 1-1 count. Cooper out of the stretch. The delivery. Similar spot as the last. This one getting called as a strike. And it'll be a 1-2 count. Medford now behind in the count. He'll step back up to the plate. This one to Medford as he drives into left field. It's going to be a fair ball. Williams chases it down all the way to the foul line. He's going to hit the cutoff in Miller. And they'll get it in without too much harm being done. Uribe going to advance to second. Medford advances to first on the single into left field. Great job by Williams relaying it into the cutoff man, preventing any further damage to be done. Will be a hit. King second of the ball game. And with 2 out, the 8-spot hitter, Garrett Huffman, will step to the plate. 0 for 4 in game 1 earlier. And he's 0 for 1 in our games thus far today. First pitch, breaking ball outside by Cooper as Huffman steps back in. Grounded out to third base back in the second inning. 1-0 count now. Cooper settles. The delivery, again, missing outside. That'll move the count to 2-0. Two runners on for the Tornado. Cooper out of the stretch. The 2-0 count. This one bouncing at the plate, falling for ball number 3 in the count. Cooper in danger of loading the bases here with his third walk. If he gives Huffman ball 4. Cooper, the 3-0. This one will be called for a strike right over the heart of the plate. And Cooper will stay alive in the count. 3-1, the count to Huffman. Lefty on righty here. Huffman steps in. The 3-1 pitch. And he'll get a chase out of Huffman on that outside corner. Good piece of pitching there by Cooper. He'll fill the count out 3-2. Big spot here for the Eagles. The full count. Cooper sets. The payoff pitch. Driven up the middle. It'll be fielded by Miller. The throw over to first in time. Gonna sit Huffman down. What a play by shortstop Trey Miller to get Carson-Newman out of the inning. To the bottom of the fourth we go. Things still scored still tied at 1 apiece here between Carson-Newman and King as we head into the bottom of 4.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
And welcome back to the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. Starting our bottom of the 4th inning. It's Castellana, Williams, and Nathan, the 3 up in the Carson-Newman batting order. Royal Philo still out there hurling for the Tornado. 3 innings of work for him. 3 hits surrendered, 1 earned run, and 2 walks distributed. No Ks yet for Philo as he'll start off Castellana with a high ball inside. 1-0 count as Castellana will step back in. Castellana 0 for 1 here today. Popped out to second base back in the 2nd inning. And he'll sky this one up as well. Similar spot as last time. This one in the shadows over in that first base area. And Huffman be able to find it for out number 1 as Castellana heads back to the dugout. It'll be Spencer Williams after the Castellana pop-up. Williams, the 262 hitter from a year ago, starting for the 2nd time here today. 1 for 1, I should say, on today's 2nd half of the doubleheader. Singled up the middle in his first plate appearance back in the 2nd. He'll start ahead in the count here, 1-0. Royal Philo working out of the stretch. He'll set, deliver. Forward ball 2 as that one gets left outside. Williams, the junior, will step back up to see ball number 3 of the at-bat. This one just clipping the outside portion of the plate. Good for strike number 1 in the at-bat. 2-1 now the count here with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Things still tied between Carson-Newman and King, 1 run apiece. Eagles with 3 hits to King's 2. Tornadoes with that 1 error earlier in the game as well. Philo delivers the 2-1. This one left outside for ball number 3. Three-one count with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Williams steps up. This one seeing the dirt. That'll give Williams a free bag over at first. As he makes his way over. Cole Nathan returns to the plate for his 2nd at-bat of the day. Nathan, the 6-foot freshman from the Knoxville area. And we'll take a slight pause in action here. Mound visit as Coach Brown wants a discussion with his middle infield as well as Philo and Medford. Also a score of interest in Eagle Athletics. The final at Catawba. It's Catawba 76, Carson-Newman 74, the final of that one. Carson-Newman unable to pull away late to beat nationally ranked Catawba. That men's game shortly underway here momentarily. Also of note, softball playing at Florida Southern today. Florida Southern leading the Eagles 5-0 in the top of the 7th. Things still tied up. One apiece here in the bottom of the 4th in our second half of our doubleheader this afternoon. Beautiful day for baseball, 59 degrees and sunny here at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex in Mossy Creek. Clear skies, great way to start this homestand, 7-game homestand for the Eagles to open the season. They play their 17 of their first 19 games at home to start the year at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. Little confusion here between Philo as he gets the sign relayed to him. 0-0 count. Nathan steps in. Looks for his first hit of the season. First pitch, left up high for a called ball as Nathan starts ahead 1-0 in the count. Williams, the runner over at first after he reached on a 5-pitch walk. One out here in the inning after Castellanos led off with a pop-up to second base. This one good for a strike. Going to even the count at 1-1. Nathan steps back in. Carson-Newman batters 3 of 11 on the day. Good for a 273 average. Count even at 1-1. Swing here, tip back. Hitting the mitt of Medford. Going to be good for a strike. Now a 1-2 count with 1 out. Nathan reached by air back in the second inning. He's going to see this one low for a strike, and he'll get rung up looking on that one, Will Cole Nathan, as Royal Philo records his first strikeout of the afternoon here in his 4th inning of work. And that'll give way to the 8th-spot batter for the Eagles. Ryan Potts, the batter for Carson-Newman. He'll drive this one left side to shortstop Stars. Michael Stars making the throw over to first. Going to be in time to retire Carson-Newman in the inning. No runs for the Eagles, and we'll head to the 5th inning. Still tied at 1 apiece between King and Carson-Newman. To the 5th we go here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. 6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
Hello and welcome back to the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. Things still tied 1 apiece here between Carson-Newman and King. New arm on the mound for the Eagles, though. It's the 6'4" left-hander from Powell, Tennessee. Redshirt sophomore Colton Reynolds manning the bump for the Eagles in relief. We'll get things started here with the ball missing low to Goodwin. See Goodwin, Hyatt, and Stars to start the inning for the Tornado. Goodwin 0 for 1 on the day, ground out back to the pitcher in the third inning. Reynolds starts behind 1-0 here. Follow that up with another ball. 2-0 count lead for Goodwin as he steps back in. Reynolds sets. Lefty delivery, and he'll get his first strike to fall on the afternoon. 2-1 count up against Goodwin. Goodwin's going to dribble this one foul left side. Both teams in similar spots in their batting order. 9-1-2 up for either team here in this fifth inning. Reynolds sets. The 2-2 pitch. And he gets rung up for a strikeout looking. The big lefty blows it past him for his first strikeout of his appearance. That strikeout by Reynolds on his first batter face. Going to be good for the first out of the inning as well, as Connor Hyatt will turn the lineup over. One spot, leadoff batter for the Tornado. 0 for 2 here today. Going to sky this one right side. Might fall foul. And Travis gave chase, but it falls between him and Nathan. They throw down to second, and they say he's safe. Trey Miller covering the bag. They made the throw over after Hyatt was looking to grab two. And the call will say he will get it. Just felt like it hung up in the air for forever. And it falls between Travis and Nathan. Nathan goes sliding for it. Travis picks it up and throws it over, trying to beat Hyatt sliding into second. But he'll get there just a half a second before the throw does. Tornado catch a break with that one. Hyatt ends up on second. Michael Stars now at the plate for the Tornado. 1 for 2 here today is Michael Stars. First pitch of his at bat, low in the dirt. Good for ball one. Had that solo homer back in the third inning to center field. Strikeout back in the first for Michael Starr. And pitch number 3 will fall for a strike. 1-2 count. Reynolds, battles back in the count. That hit by Hyatt ruled a single in that shallow right field area that dropped between first and second baseman. Reynolds winds up here and good for a strike here for strike number 2. Count now 1-2. This one driven deep, foul. Good thing it wasn't fair. Great speed off the bat of Michael Stars. We'll send that one sailing foul. Reynolds now take up the bump, set for the 1-2 pitch. He'll look back to second, deliver. It'll tip off his glove. Miller regains control of it, throw over to first, good. He'll get him out just in the nick of time. What a throw, what a recovery by Trey Miller over at shortstop. That's just an experienced player making a high-level play there. Gets the throw in time to beat Stars for a much-needed out number 2. Now Hyatt will move to third on the play. 90 feet closer to scoring, in scoring position. That'll give way to Chad Evans, who will line this one into left field and bring across a run for the Tornado, who take the lead back. They now lead it 2-1 after the single into left field by Chad Evans, who gets his first hit of the ball game. Good piece of hitting there by Evans. Lines one into shallow left. Brings Hyatt in, standing up. Takes the lead back for King, who get their 4th hit of the ball game. Reynolds now sets. Healthy lead over at first by Evans. The left-hander to the plate. Will get strike number 1 called against Uribe. Joe Uribe 1 for 3 in the first ball game here today. Reached by a walk and hit by pitch in game 2. Uribe will step back in. Lefty delivers the throw behind the plate. Trying to get the stealing Evans. Instead, it'll bounce into center field. McLean in position to back it up. After the throw gets past Nathan, covering second. So it will be a stolen base for Evans. Oh, 0-2 count against Uribe as he steps back in. 2 outs for the Eagles within the inning. This one, good breaking ball. Nearly got him to chase. Uribe will dip back in. Down in the count, 1-2. Reynolds stands tall. He'll set up. 1-2 pitch. Going to be left inside for a ball. As Uribe stays alive. Count now even at 2-2 with 2 outs. Reynolds sets the 2-2 pitch. Just missing inside on Uribe. That's going to fill the count out 3-2. Now facing Uribe. Big spot for the Eagles if they can get out of this inning. With no more damage. Reynolds sets here. Payoff pitch. And it will finish low. And it will give Uribe the base on balls. Great piece of hitting there. Or rather, just a good at-bat there by Uribe. Seeing those pitches go by and getting the free bag at the end of it. Just a solid at-bat by the junior. In steps Garcia, the third baseman. Runners on first and second for the Tornado. He'll see pitch 1 go low and away for a ball. Uribe saw 4 straight balls to close out the at-bat. To be where he is now over at first base. Garcia will dig back in. 0 for 1 day for Garcia. Base on balls back in the second. And flew out to center field, deep center field, in his last at-bat. 2-0 count now. Castellanos going to call time, go have a discussion with his pitcher. That men's game between Carson-Newman and Catawba already underway. 10 minutes into the first half. Carson-Newman trailing Catawba 14-20, the score of that one. And again, earlier today in women's basketball action, Catawba knocking off Carson-Newman by 2, 76-74, the final of that one, with the Eagles traveling to Catawba. Also a final in softball, Carson-Newman falling in their season opener at Florida Southern with a final of 5-0 in that one. Back to the at-bat, Garcia ahead 2-0 in the count. This one getting behind Castellana. Evans is going to make his way over to third, and so will Uribe to second. The pass ball gets behind Castellana and gives King 2 free bags. Evans now 90 feet away from scoring. Runner 2 runners in scoring position for the Tornado. As Garcia digs back in, the 2-1 count. You'll see this one low, good for a ball. It's been a long inning for the Eagles. Reynolds throwing 20 pitches in this inning. Garcia is going to foul this one back beyond the foul netting. Even things out. Count now full at 3-2. Payoff pitch. Left inside on Garcia. Good at bat by the third baseman. He'll make his way over to first. The bases now loaded for Valentine as he makes his way to the plate. And there will be a discussion here. Eagles will go to the bullpen. We'll tell you all about the new pitcher when we return as you continue to listen to Eagle Baseball on the Eagle Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The #1 source for Carson-Newman athletics gear, shopseeandeagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shopseeandeagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. Shopseeandeagles.com.
Once again, we welcome you back to the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. New arm in for the Carson-Newman Eagles. It's Griff Hughes, the 6'4 left-hander senior out of Knoxville, Tennessee, the Carnes High School product. Facing a tough spot. Bases loaded here for the Tornado as Valentine steps in. Hughes settles, throws this one missing insider, rather getting called for a strike, starting things off for Valentine as he falls behind 0-1 in the count. Hughes with over 60 innings pitched in his Carson-Newman career. 7.01 career ERA, 11.09 K per 9. Impressive stuff from the big left-hander. Second pitch will fall low for a ball. Even things out at 1-1 in the count. 2 outs here. Bases loaded situation for the Tornado. Evans at third, Uribe at second, both in scoring position. King batters 1 of 6 with runners in scoring position here today. This one clipping the outside part of the plate for a strike. Hughes 1 pitch closer to getting out of this thing. The 1-2 count on Valentine. Big time pitch on the way for the Eagles. Hughes delivers. And he'll get out of the jam with a punch out. Sends Valentine home packing. Strands the bases loaded and gets out of a big time jam for the Eagles. Just 1 run to show in that 5th inning for the Tornado. To the bottom of the 5th we go. King leading Carson-Newman 2-1 here on the Eagle Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
And we welcome you back to the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. Midway through the 5th inning, King leading Carson-Newman 2 runs to 1 after they get the RBI single in the previous inning. Griff Hughes get the Eagles out of a bases loaded jam though, and comes in Vans Valentine with 2 outs. The 9-1 and 2 batters up for the Eagles. We'll see Gibson, McLean, and Miller. Aiden Gibson up now 0 for 1 on the day. Fielder's choice back in the 2nd inning. Fouls this one up off the plate. Even things up at 1-1. Royal Philo still in to pitch for the Tornado. 4 innings of work for him so far here today. He's looked good. 3 hits given out, 1 earned run, and a big-time swing by Gibson here. Sends it in the left center gap. He'll round first, look to grab 2, but he'll make his way back, settle for 1. And a leadoff single is how the Eagles get the bottom of the 5th inning started. Good piece of work and good piece of hitting there by Gibson. Getting through the ball, sending that one into the left field gap. That'll turn things over to the top of the lineup. Dalton McLean 1 for 1 here today. Single up the middle in his first plate appearance back in the 1st inning to lead things off. And he reached on balls back in the 3rd inning. Nice breaking ball, pitch 1, gonna fall a bit out of the strike zone for a ball for Philo. McLean will step back in. Gibson gets the lead over at first. Philo with a quick pick over there. Looking to get Gibson. Nothing doing. Carson-Newman batters hitting .286 on the day. Hitting just 1 of 9 with runners on, though. Another pick back by Philo. He'll turn his attention to McLean. 1-0 count now. McLean ahead. The 1-0 pitch, left high for a ball. And McLean will dig back in, ahead 2-0 in the count. Healthy leader over first by Gibson. This one missing inside on McLean. Now a 3-0 deficit for Philo. This pitch count getting up in the 60s. McLean steps back in. Head 3-0. This one nearly wearing it off the shoulder. He'll make his way over to first. Leadoff batter gets a single, and McLean follows up with a walk. Just like that, Carson-Newman with 2 runners on here in the bottom of the 5th. Still no outs for the Eagles. And we'll say hello to Trey Miller. RBI single in game 1 here today. Still hitless so far in game 2. Walked back in the 1st, and he had a sac bunt earlier in the 3rd. Time called by Coach Griffin down the 3rd base line. He'll have a word with Trey Miller. And Miller will step back in. One 1-0 count here facing Miller. Philo readies. A square around a bent once again, and this one gonna hit him in the face as Miller takes a tumble. Miller's gonna stay in. Looks like he's okay. Good to see from the senior shortstop. Able to wear that one and get up immediately after. All smiles afterwards. Count even at 1-1. Runners on first and second for the Eagles. McLean over at first, Gibson at second. The 1-1 pitch to Miller. He'll get this one down the first base line. Philo will field it, flip it over to Huffman covering first for the first out of the side. But Miller does the job. Advances Gibson over to third, and McLean make his way to second. Now 2 Eagles in scoring position as the Eagles continue to benefit from the small ball approach. James Denton steps to the plate. Denton not one of those that typically follow that small ball philosophy. He'll drive it right side to the second baseman and Huffman. He'll get it over to first, but the run will score. So Denton gets credit for the RBI, his second of the day, and that'll tie things up at 2-2 for the Eagles. Things tied up now, 2-2. After the RBI by James Denton. And Harrison Travis will step in for the Eagles. Send this one back, hitting the foul netting at the ballpark, and he'll start behind in the count 0-1. Runner at third is Dalton McLean for Carson-Newman as Travis steps back in. Denton's RBI tying things up at 2 apiece. Gibson coming in to score on that dribbler to second. I say dribbler is more like a laser over there to Huffman. Either way, Philo toes the rubber again. Pitch count nearing the 70s now. This one off the bat of Travis in center field. Goodwin doesn't have to go too far to make that grab. That's going to retire the Eagles. But they do tie things up off the RBI of James Denton. Gibson comes in to score, and it will be a tie at 2 as we head in to the 6th inning. 2-2 the score as we head into the top of the 6th.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Carson-Newman ties it up at 2 apiece after the Denton RBI ground out in the bottom of the 5th inning. And we'll turn it over to the 7, 8, and 9 spot for King, Medford, Huffman, and Goodwin. Griff Hughes still towing the rubber out there for the Eagles. Had that one strikeout to get the Eagles out of a bases-loaded jam in the previous inning. He'll start off Medford with a strike. Blew it right past him to start him off behind 0-1 in the count. Miller had the sac bunt in that previous inning to advance Gibson all the way to third, from which he scored from. This one driven in the left field by Medford. Chased down by Williams. He'll get it into second before Medford can go grab an extra bag. So it'll be a leadoff single for the Tornado as Huffman comes up to the plate. Good piece of hitting there by Medford. His second hit on the day. Single back in the 4th, and now in the top of the 6th. The 5th King hit of our ball game. We got 2 runs to show for it. Carson-Newman with 2 runs on 4 hits as Hughes settles. This one bunted down the first base line by Huffman. Hughes gathers it, flips it up to Travis to put away Huffman for the first out of the side. Turner Stout, the pinch hitter for the Tornado. Freshman first baseman out of Kingsport, Tennessee. Dobbins Bennett High School product. Also pinch hit late in game 1 of our doubleheader here today. And he'll look to head into the box. Things still tied to a piece here. Runner in scoring position for the Tornado. Medford, the runner, back at second for King. Hughes readies. Left-hander. The 0-0 delivery going to miss inside for a ball. Good miss there by Hughes to lead off Stout. Lefty on righty action here. The 1-0 pitch to Stout. Good cut, but a miss will even things up at 1 apiece. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the 6th. The 1-1 pitch. And it'll be a pickoff back. Good save by Miller on the high throw as Medford slides back in safely. Medford on second after leadoff single to left field. Good pitch by Hughes there. Called ball. He'll move it to a 2-1 count. Here with 1 out. Stout digs in. And a big swing on this one. Fastball inside corner of the plate. We'll even things out. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Griff Hughes. Looking to go to work on the freshman, Stout. With 1 out. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Stout chases outside. That's going to be another strikeout for Hughes, his second of the day. Great stuff there by Griff Hughes. Making Stout chase outside for strike 3. Now a complete inning of work for Hughes. He's got 2 punch outs, 4 batters faced. Has to surrender that 1 hit, the single from Medford to lead things off within the inning. That'll give way to the top of the order for King. Connor Hyatt coming in, 1 of 3 in game 2 here today. Doubled back in the 5th inning. Pitch 1 in his at-bat, left high for a ball. To put Hyatt out ahead 1-0 to start things out. Runner out at second is Medford. King batters 2 for 11 with runners on, 1 of 8 when they're in scoring position here today. Big cut here by Hyatt, nothing doing. That'll even things out at 1-1. With 2 outs. Hughes looking to get out of yet another jam. Runner over on second. Last inning got out of that bases loaded jam with the strikeout. Only saw that 1 batter. Throw this one fastball inside part of the plate. Going to get called for a strike. As he works back in the count now ahead. 2-1 is Griff Hughes. Big pitch on the way for the lefty. With 2 outs, Hyatt steps back in. The 1-2 pitch by Hughes, and he'll chase it once again, fanning another tornado. Hyatt has to go back to the dugout, and that'll be all she wrote for King in the half inning. Cassiana, Williams, and Nathan up next for the Eagles as we head into the bottom of the 6th here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman Athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeingEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeingEagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Hello once again from the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex here in Jefferson City. Things tied up 2-2 here in game number 2 of our doubleheader here today between King and Carson-Newman. Eagles getting out of a runners on jam last inning. Griff Hughes striking out that last batter, and we'll turn it over to the 5, 6, and 7 spot hitters for Carson-Newman. Castellanos to lead things off. New arm on the mound for King University, Caleb Green, the 5'10 junior right-hander out of Channahon, Illinois, Sauk Valley Community College transfer. He'll see his first action of the year. Taking a look at how Philo fared. He had a pretty solid outing. 5 innings of work, 2 earned runs, surrendered those 4 hits, gave out 4 walks, and only fanned 1 batter in 71 total pitches. But limited Carson-Newman to just those 2 runs. Solid work for the lefty to start things out. Now, we'll see the first from Caleb Green. 1-0 count now for Castellana. He gets ahead. Good field there by Green. He'll rifle it over to first, and it's going to be in time to get Castellana. We've seen a ton of plays here. Pitchers just able to field their position in both games. Both squads having those pitchers field their position quite well here on this Saturday afternoon. Spencer Williams will step back in for the Eagles. 1 for 1 here today. Singled back in the 2nd. Walked his way to first back in the 4th. He'll head to the plate now with 1 out. First pitch from Green, left outside for a ball. The 1-0 pitch by Green. Sped it up inside part of the plate, gonna fall for a strike, even the count at 1 apiece. With 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Just a reminder, this is just the 7-inning game. Second half of our doubleheader here today. As Williams watches ball 2 go by, as he moves ahead 2-1 in the count. Green settles, working out of the stretch. This one fouled back by Williams, going to even the count out at 2-2. toes the rubber, count even at 2-2. Breaking ball left outside on Williams. That's going to move the count to full. He'll step back in. Williams had that RBI double earlier in game one. Looking for his second hit of the ball game here. 3-2 count, and he'll see this one go by for strike 3. He'll have to head to the dugout. Was on his way out of the box, headed to first before being rung up by the home plate umpire, Andy Glenn. In steps the freshman, Cole Nathan, with 2 outs. Solid work so far out of Caleb Green. 1 strikeout, and his 2 batters faced in the inning. Nathan will see the first ball go by. He'll dig back in, ahead in the count. 2 outs. Nathan 0 for 2 here today. Reached by air back in the second, struck out looking in the fourth. He's going to foul this one high. Past the bleachers. He'll return to the plate. Count even at 1-1. Green settles. A 1-1 delivery. Inside half. And it just missed the strike zone. It'll be a called ball that gets Nathan ahead. Two outs here, bottom of the 6th. Carson-Newman King tied up at 2 apiece. 2-1 pitch by Green, left high. 4 ball. That'll move the count to 3-1. Count, and Nathan will step back in. You'll watch this one go by as well. And the home plate umpire must have gotten confused. Started to ring Nathan up, must have forgot it was just the 1 strike on him. New light, though, for Nathan as he settles back in. Three-2 count for Green. This one will miss low as well. And Cole Nathan will head over to first base. 1 runner on for the Eagles here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. The penultimate inning here in our second game of today's doubleheader. The 8-hole batter up for the Eagles. It's Ryan Potts.
Number 11, Luke Gover.
For correction, instead of Potts, it will be Luke Goforth, the 5'10 junior outfielder out of Blacksburg, Virginia. Pinch hitting here for the Eagles. He'll get hit after just seeing 1 pitch. That's efficiency. Goforth will go forth to first base, and Nathan will move to second. Coach Brown's going to go have a word with Green. Medford and the middle infield will come out to meet him. Giving you an update in Eagle Athletics. At the half, it's Catawba leading Carson-Newman 46-31 at halftime of that men's basketball game. Taking a look at these 2 teams' schedules. They will play tomorrow at 1 o'clock, that being at home. Carson-Newman with a quick turnaround. They'll play home again on Tuesday against Shorter. With the mound visit over, we'll head back to Gibson, who steps into the box for the Eagles. Gibson 1 for 2 on the day, singled back in the 5th inning. You'll see the first pitch in for a strike. Goforth on first, Nathan on second, the runners on for the Eagles. Carson-Newman batters batting just 1 for 11 with runners on here today. This one's going to get past Gibson, though. Nathan comes into third. He's going to round. Medford will get to it in time before any further damage is done. But both Nathan and Goforth will advance 90 feet. Runners at second and third for the Eagles. Count now even at 1-1. Gibson steps in. Green toes the rubber. The 1-1 pitch. This one low for a ball on Gibson. Green will get it back. Junior right-hander. 2-1 count. He'll throw it in. That one missing low. Medford stops it up. Nathan over at third for the Eagles. 90 feet away from scoring. Goforth, the runner at second. The 3-1 pitch here by Green. That one going to clip the outside part of the strike zone. That'll move the count to 3-2. Full count here with 2 outs in a crucial spot here in a tied ball game in the bottom of the 6th. The payoff pitch by Green, swung on by Gibson, driven foul. That will be into the visiting stands of Bergtar Stadium. Shadows creeping out into the infield. The 3-2 pitch here by Caleb Green. This one slider driven high. First base area, Uribe going to give chase over there on the hill. He's going to fall down, and it won't be an out. Uribe trips on the hill, leading up into right field. It definitely was in play. Uribe just lost his footing there. I guess that's the benefit of playing where you do if you're Carson-Newman. 3-2 count now with 2 outs on Gibson. This one's going to hit him, and he's going to make his way over to first after wearing it in the back. Bases loaded for Carson-Newman. What an at-bat by Aiden Gibson. Staying in there, nearly popping out there beyond first base, and another mound visit will be called on Caleb Green. New pitcher going to be in for the Tornado. We'll introduce him when we get back here. Score still 2-2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Runners on all bases for the Eagles. Here with 2 outs as you continue to listen to Eagle Baseball on the Eagle Sports Network.
Tri-Lite is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Lite. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilite.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
we welcome you back here at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex, where Carson-Newman and King are tied up 2 apiece here in the bottom of the 6th. Carson-Newman with the bases loaded in a 2-out situation. New arm in for the King Tornado. It's the 6'2 sophomore Mitchell Kallenberg, right-handed pitcher out of Waxhaw, North Carolina, Cuthbertson High School product. His freshman campaign, he saw 12 appearances and 12 innings pitched, had a 9.95 ERA. 7-12 K to walk ratio. Back to the action here, pitching to the leadoff man, Dalton McLean. This one left high for a ball. Gonna start him off ahead in the count. Big time spot here for the Eagles. McLean 1 for 1 on the day, single back in the first and 2 walks in the 3rd and 5th. 1-0 here by Kallenberg, gonna get called for a strike. Gibson got hit by a pitch to load the bases up here in the bottom of the 6th. Short outing for Caleb Green. He exits with just 2/3 innings pitched his workday. Kallenberg delivers here the 1-1. Looked at by McLean. Nice breaking ball, landing for strike 2. Deciding pitch here in this at-bat. 1-2 count with 2 outs. The 1-2 to McLean, and a defensive swing by the center fielder. Will send it back into the foul netting. He'll stay alive for one more pitch. 1-2 the count on McLean with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Things tied at 2 apiece. Big time spot here for McLean. He'll watch this one go inside for a ball. Two balls, 2 strikes. Count now even. Kallenberg toes the rubber. McLean steps in, the 2-2. He'll drive this one high in the middle of the infield. Stars and Hoffman go after it, and it'll bounce out of his glove. McLean drives in 2 runs. Oh my, what a costly mistake there by the miscommunication in the middle infield. Stars and Huffman unable to decide who gets it. And then it's Stars that ends up reaching out for it. It pops out of his glove, and 2 runs come in for the Eagles. Carson-Newman leads by 2, 4-2 here in the bottom of the 6th. The 2-out jam for Kallenberg, and he had a surefire out on the middle infield pop-out. Instead, it's a 4-2 lead for Carson-Newman with runners at the corners. He'll throw down to third, and McLean gets the easy steal. What a turn of events there. A 2-run swing. After McLean reaches on the error, brings in the 2 runs. Gibson advanced to third. Both of those runs unearned on Kallenberg. This one gonna hit Trey Miller, and things might have gone from bad to worse for the Tornado. Bases loaded here, and in steps James Denton. Got a home run already under his belt here today. He's 1 for 3 in his 3 plate appearances this afternoon. And Coach Brown will have a word with his reliever. The entire infield comes in. They'll have a lengthy discussion, I'm sure. But going back to these 2 schedules, Carson-Newman opening with that 3-game homestand against King. They'll be at home again on Tuesday against Shorter, and then return home next Friday and Saturday for a 3-game stand against Shippensburg. Then they'll hit the road Tuesday, January 13th at Tusculum, that being a non-conference game, although Tusculum is a SAC opponent. It won't count against the conference record. I'll follow that up later in February, the 16th and 17th, a 3-game stand against Cedarville. That's the outlook for the next couple weeks in Carson-Newman baseball, but for now, they lead it by 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. 4-2, they lead it with 2 outs. Runners at first, second, and third. Gibson McLean in scoring position. First pitch outside to Denton and a strike called. Oh my. That one looked like it finished way outside. Instead, it's called for strike one against James Denton. Denton behind 0-1. Pitch here by Kallenberg. Swung on by Denton. This is going to be a strike as well. That puts him behind 0-2 in the count. Senior lefty steps in. Down 0-2. 2 outs here for the Eagles. This one way outside. Called for a ball. And Denton's going to step back in. Again, had that solo homer in game 1. Had the RBI single in the 3rd inning of today's game. Also had the RBI ground out back in the 5th inning. 2 RBIs in this one. 1 RBI in that earlier game here today. 1-2 pitch to Denton. He'll drive this one right side foul as that chips out into the King dugout. Denton stays alive. Defensive at-bat by McLean earlier ended up boding well for the Eagles. They get 2 runs out of it. Denton fouls that one off, stays alive in the count here. You'll see that one go by. It'll be a 2-2 count. Count even at 2-2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. James Denton up to the plate. Left-handed power hitter for the Eagles. He'll send this one high into left field. Valentine chases it all the way back to the warning track, and he'll retire Denton for the 3rd out of the bottom of the 6th. But the damage is done. Carson-Newman takes a 2-run lead into our final inning of play here. They lead it 4-2 as we head into the 7th.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
And welcome back as we enter our final inning of play here in Game 2 of our doubleheader. Carson-Newman taking a 2-run lead in the bottom of the 6th off the bat of Dalton McClain. And as unlikely as it was, he reached by an error and drove in 2 runs off of the pop-up in the middle infield. Up to bat now, leading things off for the Tornado. We'll see Stars, the 2, 3, and 4 batters up in the batting order for King University. For Carson-Newman, they trot out Griff Hughes for his 2nd inning of work. 1 1/3 inning so far. As Stars pops this one up right side, foul territory. Travis going over there, going to make the catch along the hill, making the run up for the 1st out of our final inning. Good play there by Travis. It's a hard hill to play it off of. We saw that the previous inning when I believe might have been Evans, or the King first baseman was unable to make that play that previous inning along that hill. Travis able to do so there. Hughes records another out. And we're one step closer to an Eagle victory. With one out, here's Chad Evans. He'll sky this one foul. Right side foul territory. This one going to be out of play. Good first strike. Count now even at 1-1 with one out here in the top of the seventh. This one goes high for a ball on Evans, and he'll jump ahead in the count 2-1. Evans 1 for 3 here today. RBI single back in the fifth, 2 strikeouts in the first and third. Second straight ball in to Evan. We'll move the count to 3-1. One out for Hughes and Co. 3-1 pitch driven into left field. Williams comes up and he'll put away Chad Evans for the second out of the inning. Hughes fell behind 3-1, but a good pitch to get a pop-up as Evan drives that one into left field. Williams comes up to make the play and get Carson-Newman one more step closer to getting to 2-0. The 0-0 pitch here to Uribe, called for a strike, 0-1 the count. 2 outs for the 4-hole batter to clean up Uribe. The 0-1 swung on and missed by Uribe. King down to their last strike in this one. The 0-2 pitch. Hughes working out of the windup. The lanky lefty's going to deliver. He'll get a dribbler right side here. Nathan fields it. Throw over in time. He'll get it out. Travis with the stretch retires Uribe for the last out of the ball game. Hughes comes in a big spot